the Seagate hard drive came into us because liquids and hard drives do not play nicely together. This USB portable drive was brought into us for recovery. It's a 2 terabyte SATA hard drive inside. The client said that it was packed into a bag and the roof leaked. And because they live so close to the sea, the water that came in was very salty. You can see the corrosion and the salt buildup on the PCB. So let's have a proper look at that. This is the little USB SATA adapter that's inside the case. We're not going to worry about that because that's in working order. But the actual hard drive itself, definitely a lot of salt that's been left over from that water. The brown connector, that's the one that goes from the PCB into the hard drive itself that reads and writes the information. That looks to be okay. The sticker on top with these silver pieces around the edge, that's what seals the hard drive, and they look to be in good working order. So we're not going to open up the drive to check everything looks fine. We're going to need to read the ROM firmware from this drive. So we've got a special little chip reader that we can pop over the top rather than soldering the actual chip. It's a bit safer. Pops over the top like that. The 8 pins meet up with the chip, and then you can read the firmware off the PCB. We're going to need to write that to an identical replacement PCB. So we take one from our stock, make sure the part number is the same, and then we can start by placing the chip reader over the ROM on the faulty device. Then we can click read on our software, and the little green light comes on showing that we're starting to read the firmware off the device, and there it is. We've got a full read of the data that we're going to replace, or rather write, onto the new PCB. Once that's done, we put the new PCB that's programmed onto the drive and hook it up to PC3000, which is the best recovery tool out there, and it's going to give us a good idea of what's going on with the drive. Let's power it up. We can see it comes ready, so it's initialized and ready for us to work on it. Let's open up the Seagate utility, which is the one we're going to use for this particular drive. Drive initializes very well. Shows up at 2 terabytes. Shows us the family. This is called the Rosewood drive, this particular Seagate. And let's open it up and see what we have. There's our partition, which is an exFAT partition, and it's about 1.8 terabytes in size. So everything's looking really healthy and good at this point. Let's arrange it by largest to smallest, and then we can start cloning the used parts of this drive. Everything's going really well. Drive's reading at over 100 megabytes a second, so job done.